Alright, welcome back to the channel. We're playing a little bit of Planet Zoo. Just barely got it off of Steam because it's on sale for like $2.79 for the deluxe edition. Never played this game in my life, although I have played similar games like oh, what's it called off the top of my head? I can't think of it. I've played oh man, why am I spacing off? Anyway, hold on, let's go. I want a teen, I want an adult. No, let's see here. Guy.
Oh.
Sure, that'll be me. Head. What's the difference? Oh. The neck? Yeah, okay. What the? Sure. Alright, what do we got here? What is this? Hair? Is the color of hair?
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Facial hair. Sure. I gotta have sunglasses.
Oh. Wow.
Cardigan? No thanks.
Oh.
What is this? Well, let's see what we got pants wise.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we'll go with this for now. Hats.
Oh.
That's a big ol' freaking hat. What the? It's a cool hat. A ring? Whoa, that thing's huge, man. Okay. What is this supposed to be? Is that a ice cream?
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Badger. No. Yeah, that'd be some. Okay. That's fine. Except. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I'll be able to change it later. But right now, let's just go. Okay. Do I get to. Ooh. Can you actually select Cape Verde? Okay, so places I've lived. Wait, place your avatar. Headquarters. So I have lived in Portugal. I have lived in Cape Verde, right here. Avatar and access any user blueprints you have shared. Oh. Very cool. Avatar headquarters. You gotta enter it somewhere in the States, right? First steps. Okay, so we're learning this together. Oh, hold on, I gotta open up my multi-stream chat. There we go. Okay. What? Career, first steps. Progress through a career in zoo management. Why is... Who's this dude? It's not my guy. Okay. That's our friends. Right. Okay, anyway. Career, first steps, time, challenge, franchise, sandbox. Okay. Let's learn this. What are we doing? What? Okay, career scenarios. Goodwin House, stately homeschooling. Okay, so renovated and untamed after its purchase by Bernard Goodwin in the 1980s, Goodwin House has since become one of the most respected zoos in the country. More recently, it has undergone a further renovation and updating the habitats and facilities, but due to various issues, the work hasn't quite been completed, which is where you come in. Let's do it. I don't know what I'm doing, so what am I mean, I guess I'm just supposed to improve this zoo before I can start my own. I'm assuming it's a tutorial, so I'm assuming that's the case. But yeah, I mean, Jurassic Park is the one that I've played as well. It's very similar to this, where you're building basically a place for people to go, and you try to increase the popularity of it and improve the facilities and stuff like that. This way I don't have to worry about, well, I guess there could be lions and stuff that escape, but, dinosaurs escaping is a little bit scarier than this would be.
Ah, heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist
Bernie?
you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though.
Yeah, so
I'm not
tutorial.
completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Okay.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma, because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals. We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Okay. Yeah. Enter grizzly bear animal camera. Locate the West African lion habitat and locate the empty habitat. Okay, so this is... What is this? Is it, okay, yeah, you can rotate. There we go.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Okay.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Yeah.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Alright.
See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Okay. So X. Is that how we do it? Is there a map? There's not a map. But how do I just... Oh, okay, there we go. Lions. Lions.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Okay. An empty habitat. Is this an empty habitat? I'm not seeing anything. Oh yeah, there are things in here. What is that? Ah, that's a wolf. Okay, that's definitely not empty. Did you mark? Oh, you did mark an empty habitat for me. I'm just not smart enough to realize it.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well,
Water.
two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you
Okay.
to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Where? Animal trading.
There
Okay.
we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
It's in the zoo. It's in the zoo.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected
So
habitat.
is it in here?
I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
What? Oh, okay.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible.
Oh,
Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are.
Yeah.
And that overall welfare statistic is itself
So
comprised
nutrition?
of 4 different areas. Nutrition,
Enrichment.
social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember.
Toy and
You can
food.
always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Yeah, I know. I need toy
Let's
and food.
start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, Each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl. Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare. Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Huh? Or down here? They don't seem to be 100% happy yet. They're 75%. Food. Why is the food... Their nutrition's going down. Is there food there? See, their food enrichment just doesn't... I can't buy any others anyway. Apparently. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess we just have to trust that it's going to get better. And we will go here now. What are we doing with these guys? What is this?
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat,
Ostrich.
let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Ah, that's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Okay. Barriers, habitat gate. Outside the placement area. Obstructed. Hold up.
Right,
There we
let's
go.
complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
What the fetch? Does it have to be so long? I don't want it to be that long.
Good work! Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Did I not do it? Wait, hold on, what? Okay, glass. How do you swap it out? Just like that? What the? No, this.
There we go. Adding
Oh,
in more windows
okay.
gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a
Crystal?
donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them. Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh? By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Oh, we're doing all 4 of them. All right. Send the zoo. The zoo. The zoo. Send the zoo.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Should be able to rotate this. Oh well. Okay, and then not barriers, facilities. What was it? Exhibit treating? No. Habitat, enrichment items.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
How do you do that? Oh, hold down Z and move the mouse sideways. Right. I did that, right? Hold on.
This keeper hut only has space for 1 keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Facilities.
Now, the reason everything has gone
Transformer.
blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Right. Invalid location. What if? Invalid rotation? What?
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the
You
hut
hit
to
what?
prepare food, and thanks to where you've put
Tea?
it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
What? Oh, okay, hold up. Do any other one? Okay. It's right here. Alright. Okay, we
Righty,
are.
your next job is to build a habitat from scratch.
Yeah.
And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh,
Okay.
and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Right. Okay. We can do that. Habitat, gate, and barriers. There's a... Yeah, they don't want to see that, so that's fine. We've got... This is off the side, so this is going to be... Looks like facilities. Right, that's a transformer thing. Transformer, yeah. So, let's do this. Okay, so we got to do barriers. Okay, concrete, glass, red brick. Let's start with here. Why I can't go further, I don't know. Like, it's fine, whatever. Comes in sections apparently. Okay. Going this way. Why can't I shorten it? How do I shorten it? Obstructed? Okay, let's do this. Glass. That's kind of dumb that you can't do. Let's just complete this real quick and then we can modify it, right? Okay, so a couple things we need. Obviously we need a door. And that's going to happen over here. Right?
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
Hold on.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
What? Hold on. No, that's not what I want. How do I drag? Oh, straight or curved? Height. Oh. Wait, hold up. What are we doing? So we're changing it. Yeah, I kind of like the Jurassic Park version of this. Because it's a lot easier to control the barriers. This is kind of cumbersome.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Height snap. Hold on. Length. Window camera. It's length. Height mode. Straight. How we do this? Hold up. Two meters. How do we increase this? Height snap 2 meters. Angle snap. Height mode. Flat top. Straight or curved. Let's see. Curve section. Angle snap. Height snap. Window. Height labels. Camera. Am I not doing that right? I don't think I am. The whole thing. Edit barrier. Drag this widget to select the habitat barrier. Oh, hold up. Oh, that's much easier. Okay. Now, if it's because it's cement. Now can I go higher? Angle snap. How do I get this thing higher? Top. Angle snap. Length. Height snap. No. Height snap. What did I miss? I missed in her instructions something. Obviously. Okay, so. Oh, these are visiting players, apparently. Okay. I have no clue what I'm doing here. So, habitats and exhibits. Animal encounters, editing a habitat, barriers. Okay. Huh. Okay. Climb movement can be edited by tweaking values and settings. Double click on the habitat gate to start editing the barrier. Select the wall region wall you'd like to edit. Select apply. Adding windows, that's fine. Oh, hold on, what? Look for Windows settings and select either one-way glass. For one-way glass, the direction or orientation can be flipped so it's facing the wrong way. Adding climb-proof protection. Rent. Okay. Adjusting height. Dragging the barrier height handle up or down. Dragging it. So it had to be to what? 3 something? Okay. I got it. Hold up, actually. First things first. This is all got to be there. This has got to be that too. Is that all cement? No? Okay. Now, if we go like this, and we say drag this up, let's go 4 meters.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get.
I get
Especially
it.
as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
I get it. That to glass. Let's change this to glass. Okay, and then we can add the donation stuff. Right.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Alright, now I've got to go find some tigers. Bengal tigers. They are expensive. What does this mean versus this? Is that health-wise? Okay. Let's send a zoo. Perfect. And let's send a zoo. Okay. Send a zoo.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Now we need...
We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
feeding. Food and water. Food tray. We have that right here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
That's snow. There's water. Calm water?
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some
Right.
suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
No, animal trading. Hold on. Habitat. Toys. Rubber pad. Food and water. Toys. There are no... Is that a toy? Rubber rubbing pad. Like, they just want a bunch of rubbing pads? What? Is this the only thing I can select from? There's nothing here that I can select from. Only toy is this. Oh, frozen blood token. Maybe that's what I need to add.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Alright. Well, that's not what I wanted. How does this look? Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, way a little too far. Okay, so we are going to rotate this. Just like that. And we'll put it right there.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Okay, I got you. I'm there.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat. Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Any grass? Dev. So they need more long grass. They have too much long grass? Come back to it. Less long grass. More short grass.
Right then.
There.
All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, Eurasia, Europe, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat.
All
To
right.
get
So
a
what?
perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
I thought it was already in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Environment
Now,
tab. There we go.
as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Water bushes.
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Okay. Let's see. So what can we throw in here? So that's something. Oh wait, hold on. Buffalo grass. So let's see if we can find some buffalo grass. No? Buffalo grass? Oh wait, that's stuff that they have right now. I got you. So we need more of this. Hawthorn bush. Wait, is this right? Or no? White birch tree. Okay, so we can remove these things. So how do we remove it? Do we just... Do I hit delete? Gotcha. Okay. So let's look at these guys again here real quick. Let's go habitat. There's these things. So this should not be there. Why did it say... That's odd. Okay, that's fine. Perfect,
They
thank
say
you.
that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look
Knee slapper.
so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay. Statues is what I'm earning, apparently. Alright. So we're going to the peafowls, which is over here. I'm moving so slow. So slow. Peacocks. I got you. Okay, so what are we doing here?
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel.
Did
Then
so?
you can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
They're doing pretty good.
Expand
tell.
their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
Social welfare. Where the fetch is oh, right here?
Right. As you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Okay, so I gotta get 3 peafowls. Female peafowls. Okay. Indian. Whatever this one is, they're all Indian peafowls. Okay. And then we say send to the zoo. Send her there. Send to the zoo, send her there. Send to the zoo, send there.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Alright, snow leopard. Can I move over there a little quicker? That would be really nice. There we go. Okay. What's up?
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the
Oh, there it
expense,
is.
don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Okay. So that would be in the habitat. Oh, that's barriers. One-way glass. Oh, like a cost here. Okay. Did that not do that for us? What the fetch? Okay. Well, just this section. I don't want to do the whole thing. How do you know your social adult population? Terrain, grass. They want longer grass. They need more snow. Let's get them more snow. How can I give them more snow if you're not letting me give them more snow? I'd like to give them more snow. Why aren't you letting me give them more snow? Because I'm not done with the privacy. Oh, I see. Okay, there's privacy glass here that's needed. Okay. That's fine. I got you. There. Did I not do that for them? Edit barrier.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot.
Yeah, no
Even
doubt.
with
I
the
was trying to
terrible
put
British
snow
weather,
in before, but
you
it
should
wouldn't let me.
help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But
Oh.
let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Yeah.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Okay. Habitat. We want coolers. Is it starting to help make it cooler?
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Yeah, well, I was starting to do that. Terrain. Give me snow.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
What? Okay, hold on. Zoo. Animal alerts. Animal welfare has attracted something. Protesters. Okay. What do you need? You're at 0% welfare? Okay, hold on, my guy. What do we need? We need nutrition. How come you're not... I need nutrition. Hydration. You've got water right freaking here. Alright, let's see what we got here. No, not heater. Let's do some water. No water. There you go. Let's get you a water bowl over here. Obstructed? What are you obstructed by? Okay, so hydration was a thing, nutrition, you got nourishment, you got meals, toy enrichment enhancements. What do you got here? Not grazing. Let's see. Barrel feeder. Tree forager. How's that? Hold on, I'm looking at other things here, my guy. Give me a second. Let's put a ball out there. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, I know, I'm here. Do I need to work on? Let's go back to the Bengal tiger. We're not done working off the Bengal tiger here. Hold on. Okay. Animals stressed. Speedy. I get it, my guy. Give me a second here, though, real quick. Let's pause it.
As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare.
Okay.
So, if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Okay, so that's how you find them. Trying to take care of the Bengal tiger. I don't know. They have that big old pond, so I don't know how he's dehydrated, but that's fine. Let's go here. Let's move here. No, that's not what I wanted, apparently. Zoo. We want this. Let's go to here. Okay, double click on him. Where you at, Speedy? What's this? View genealogy. Location. That's fine. Let's see if we can find him. Which was, I found him by way of, hold on. Dehydrated. How are you dehydrated? I need to figure this out real quick here. Habitat. We want some water. That's food. We need water. Stick that right there, my guy. That should help you. Okay. Let's go zoo. This isn't where I was at. I was actually here. So, that's how you get to him. Okay, so this person is stressed. It appears Speedy. What's your issue? Speedy. Social issues. And enrichment. Insufficient. Okay, so food, toy enrichment, food, toy, and social. Well, we can help you with that. All right, Mr. Speedy. So food and toy, habitat, toys. 40 bucks? No. String figure. Does it tell you what kind of things they would need? No. Toy enrichment. That's food. Toy. What does a turtle play with? Let's see if it ends. Let's throw a ball in there. Food enrichment. What if we stick this over here by you too? That should make you happy. Social. What could we do with social? Stress. Distressed by trying to hide? You need places to hide, my guy. Okay. So what can we do habitat-wise? Burrow. Alright. You want a place that you can hide in. I get it. Let's hit play. Socials, getting up there a little bit more. Stress. I think we're doing a little bit better there. Social is climbing. Okay, you're doing better. You still are struggling with something, sir. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's toy. Make sure we have some more here for you. Toy-wise, oh, you know what? We'll put that in there too. Something you can climb. Will that make you happy? No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, you're doing much better. Alright. So, you guys, zebras, grass, they're struggling a little bit. But let's take care of these guys first. So this is, you guys are doing better. Speedy. Where you at, Speedy? I know you're over here based on here. Welfare. So what are you guys still struggling with? Enrichment? Okay. Habitat. Food enrichment. Maybe something like this. Fruit spike tree. Forage box. There's like not a ton of space. If we do that. Food enrichment, toy enrichment. I mean, like, maybe you guys just want a cardboard box. No. I don't know what you guys are wanting to play with here. Hold on. Chew toy. That's food enrichment. How would one change that? Okay, well, not 100% sure on that just yet. I'm not quite experienced with these animals just yet. So let's go here. Let's see if that goes up. Right now they're enrichment. So you're struggling. Okay, let's go find these others real quick. These are mainly zebras and giraffes. So let's go find these guys. Zebras and giraffes. Can I just Wikipedia? Can I just go there? Okay. I believe you and the zebras? Yeah, you're all in the same place. Okay, let's find out about you real quick first. So, you guys are needing more enrichment. So, food enrichment and toy enrichment. Okay. Toy. Toy enrichment. Huh. Would that be something you enjoy? I don't know. You like the hot stuff usually. Oh, wind chimes. That could be fun. Oh, you're enjoying the sprinklers. That'd be nice to cool off once in a while, huh? Okay. How come your enrichment is not going up? It's like a 63. You're at 72. Alright, so food enrichment. You know what you guys might like is this fruit spike tree. A large barrel feeder. Maybe a roller feeder? We're throwing a lot of money at this. What is this? Tree forager. Are you guys the same issue? Toy, okay, interspecies bonus, that's great. Food, insufficient food enrichment. What is food enrichment? What's that referring to? Like the methods in which they can... Maybe if we throw like that there. We're trying a few different things here, guys. Don't know what we're doing here. Did that cause it to go down? It was at 43, right? What was it? 43. So if I do this, delete that. It's still at 43. Well, let's see. Has at least they improved? I don't know if they have. Habitat. Let's go. Enrichment. Toy enrichment. What does that mean? Toy enrichment. Habitat, right? It'd have to be habitat. Toy enrichment. Yeah, this would not help any of them. And the food enrichment, like, oh wait, you're supposed to be able to click on them though. Like, let's see, what do they like? Terrain. Environment. We can probably make them a little happier. Right, okay, let's find out though. Let's go like this. So, terrain. Soil. They need more. They need more soil. What do you need more? You need more soil too. You guys need more soil. Rocks gardening. Let's see. So, some grass, short. That's too much, right? They need more. They need more soil. Why do we... Is the soil... No, the soil is not enough. Is it too high? It is too high. Grass. See, that's where we're at. So they do need more grass. Okay, now we need some short grass. grass? Short grass? Okay, this should be improving their lives like big time. They should be happy. Let's look at individual animals. 67. Where's my giraffes? Oh, look, there's some. Okay, where by chance is our giraffes? Uh-oh. Who's this? It's a lion. Social issues. Space. Areas of crowding. Do I have any space to grow into here? I don't really. We can try to create some space, maybe. Okay. Zoo, real quick. I just want to look here. How are our zebras and those? Oh, they're in the what? Oh, that's the little guy. Okay. So when he is down low, I don't know how to get these stupid guys. I'm giving them all kinds of stuff. Those tortoises. Okay, let's go. We're on this lion. His biggest thing is critical area or crowding issues are present. Critical area. Crowding issues are present. Okay. Can we look at the barriers here? Let's pause the game. Can we take this barrier? Not the whole thing, trust me. Barriers. What if we, what is this? 3.68 meters. What if we run this back to here? That'll give us a little bit more space. What if we say delete? Instead, what if we say 3.68. That's going to give us a little bit more space. And what if we say, what if we zoom in and we say, okay. Poor little dude. What if we say delete? Let's play for a second. He seems to be better. His welfare is at 98%. Meanwhile, this guy, stress, trying to hide. Do they need more? Okay, so maybe they do need more hiding spots here. So let's go with habitat. Let's go with shelters. What if for a lemur we come out here and we create a little place that he can hide? Wonderful. Okay. Now, so we've got all these guys up a bit. 13,000 at the very. Who's at 13,000? Oh, okay. Alright, fair enough. We need to get these guys up. So the tortoises. Let's. We're doing okay there. Exhibits, doing okay. Quarantine. Food. Okay, animals. Let's go see you. Where are you at? It would really be nice if you could just double click on an animal and it would take you to it. Instead of freaking finding where their habitat's at. Let's see. I think they are here. Right? I've given you all kinds of crap, man. You're still struggling for some type of enrichment. Let's see, what do we... Terrain. Maybe this is what it is. There's not enough sand. Is that what it is? Let's try. That's good. And get some long grass. Let's see, let's put some long grass right over here. You want hard shelter? I got you. Let's do this. That took away some of your grass. Took away a lot of your grass. Okay, so let's do grass. Long grass. Okay, let's do some long grass here. Some long grass over here. Maybe a little bit right there. There we go. Hard shelters at 20%. Okay, that's all good. We are still missing. So you're saying this is still insufficient. Okay, habitat. tropical. Biomes is tropical. So we would need okay. So nature. Not grassland. How do you select? Gardening. Yeah, we'll get them. Give me a second. I'm working on it. Okay, how do we find tropical? So facilities, nature, habitat. No. Okay, no, it's gonna be no. Okay, that's fine. It's not gonna be here. So it's gonna be in nature. And I need to do a grassland. How the heck do we find this is what they're looking for. Okay. I got you. So let's delete that. Let's delete that. Let's get some tropical. So tropical. Where's my dude? Enrichment is still struggling. Hard shelter is okay. Environment's doing a lot better. Not from the same continent. Okay, well then these need to be. So it said tropical. How do you know? That should make him. So we gotta get rid of these guys. It's the wrong type of plant. So That better? %58. No? What the fetch kind of trees? Okay. Tropical. It says Oceania. Asia. This one could do, because it is from Asia. A little bit of shade in their home. That better? Oh, their welfare is going up. Okay, so blackthorn bush. This says Asia. That's the wrong one. There's 3 of them. So I got you. We'll delete them. I got you. I got you. Okay, so let's see. Asia. Can this be a little better? Is that better? No? Okay, we're trying. Hold on a second. How's your 66? Is there sufficient? None. Toy enrichment. All right. What are these other things that we had? What? Ringtail lemur. What is this? Cleanliness. So how do you fix that? Okay, how is our zoo doing here? Animal-wise, we got those guys up in the green. We need to get our zebra and giraffes up more. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. What's the goal of this mission here? Using players. Objectives. Okay, increase average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Alright, got you. So these guys... Ooh, these guys can be boosted. Where are you guys located at? What do you guys need? What could you guys need? Food enrichment, toy enrichment. Let's look at this. And let's go habitat. How did I get it to filter for? Oh yeah, okay. Filter for species. What is this? This African savanna elephant. Give me these toys. I want one of these. You know those? I want tire. Give me one of these. And I want a sprinkler. Let's throw a sprinkler in right there. Okay. Fantastic. Toy enrichment is great. Food enrichment is the next thing we got to look at. So let's go here. Now I know kind of what I'm doing. Food enrichment is this stuff. How is our animals doing? Oh, their welfare just bumped up quite a bit. Yeah, I see that. 7%. 19. Is this a negative thing? And remove that. Let's filter by way of... Hold on, give me a second, my guy. We're getting a little faster at this. Properly themed content pack. Theme. Property content. Biome. What do these guys like? Oh, they need more long grass. Let's get some long grass real quick. Yeah, let's get some long grass. They have too much soil. Go more sand. Sure. Less soil. Okay, that should make them happy there, toy-wise. But food-wise, environment. Aquatic grassland. How's their overall health doing here? 98%, dude. They're booming. Okay, let's go here. Where are we at, man? The tortoises are still struggling, but they're better than they were. And our zebras and those guys are too. Let's just, for the heck of it, I think we can improve this a little bit better. So now that we kind of know enrichment, food enrichment, toy enrichment. Okay, we're gonna go with Plains Zebra. Plains Zebra.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Sure. Let's go to another zoo. Now we kind of know what we're doing. Kind of. 4:44. It's getting late in the day already. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Welcome in Lucid Play thing. FBF, whatever that is. Okay, so let's see. The Madagascar Simian Conservative Project or Maple Leaf Wild Park. Medium. Alright. let's start here. Why not? From Madagascar.
Welcome to Madagascar.
Okay.
It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then?
Okay.
Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's Primate Sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Okay. Once I can take control. There we go. Okay. So we've got to go this way. This is the habitat
Red-ruffed
we're
lemurs
going
are
to.
found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Okay, that's your lemurs. Okay. Your orangutans.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Oh, that's where you click on them, you go to the camera.
Aren't they just incredible?
Then you get a little
When you're
one there.
ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Okay, and that's over this way.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed.
Huh?
And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the animals tab.
Animals tab over here.
And
Okay.
click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
What? Box all animals.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo. Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo. And then click on the Call Vet button to call the vet over to capture it.
Click on the what? Corvette. So that's right there.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
I am here. Barrier. How do I? What the?
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's
Yeah.
taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
That's why.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in. Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the animals tab.
I did.
And finally, click on unbox all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet.
No, that's not it. Hold on. I got you. Give me a second. Animals. Save as blueprint. Box all animals. Oh. This way.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again. Hire a mechanic and then click on a path to place them in the zoo. And then click on the path again to hire a second mechanic. As you can see, you don't have to go back into staff management if you're hiring lots of the same type of staff member. Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Yeah, that'd be.
You see, another
weird.
key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Research. All right. It's already there. Is it not? Is that not already one? Hold up. What is this? I don't know what that is. That's where it wants us to put her, right? Climbing enabled. I don't know. Alright, well, it wants us to put something there, so we're going to put something here. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, Z. This is a research center, isn't it? It's the entrance. Right there. Constructed. I think I have to deconstruct this one. There. And then place this there. Z. How's that outside of the area?
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell, so we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell,
Oh,
you'll
no,
see
I
that it asks
deleted
if you
the
want
shell.
to add the research centre to the existing building.
No, I just deleted it.
Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
I did. Is it not connected to the path? How do I, let's see. Facilities. Workshop, staff, surgery, keeper hut. And guest facilities, utilities. Utilities. Nope. Bins. Nope. Nope. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Apologize for the delay. Had to go do something real quick. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, do I demolish this and put up a new one? Those utilities. There's now the media, transport, staff facilities. How do I connect? Boom.
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select vet research.
Zoo. Vet research.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Drag and drop my vet. Where's the vet at? Drag and drop a vet. Where's the vet? Where are you at, vet? Mechanics. Vendors. Where's the vet? Vendor, security guards, mechanic, educators, keepers. This is the vet. My vet's here somewhere? Where? Oh, I can just go like this.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Where's the lemurs? Here we go. So we need to add some education boards.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Oh. It had a place it wanted me to drop it.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much. Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said. Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area. Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Alright. That's just the barriers. Um. Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing here? Sorry. How do I do that? Thought I already had. Thought that I'd already. Habitat. Okay, that's. Sand. They want some more sand. Let's give them some more sand. I have a lot of soil. Too much? Grass. There you go. Now, the habitat. Let's find out the toy enrichment real quick. Toy. I don't know how, like, they want me to select this habitat.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality. Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
We're going to release
Okay,
an
I'd like you to
orangutan.
find Ageng, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list. I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay, so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
It's gonna be over here, I think. Oh no, it's over here.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier, then pop it into the gap. Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one. Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there. When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. Good. Now click on the Layout tab. Oh, well it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster. As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy. That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now. Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Alright, I think that's a good place to stop right now. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe.